SQL interview question. Answers 41 to 45. Question number 41. What is RAID and how does it work? RAID stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disks, and it is a data storage technology that combines multiple hard drives into a single logical unit to improve performance, reliability, or both. There are several types of RAID configuration. RAID 0, for example, strips data across multiple drives to improve read and write performance but offers no data redundancy. RAID 1, also known as mirroring, duplicates data across all drives, providing redundancy but no improvement in writing throughout. RAID 5 strips data across multiple drives while providing parity data to recover from a single drive failure, while RAID 6 adds another layer of parity to allow recovery from two drive failures. RAID can be implemented using either software or hardware. In software RAID, the operating system manages the RAID array, while in hardware RAID, a dedicated RAID controller handles the task. Hardware RAID is generally faster and more reliable, but also more expensive. Overall, RAID provides a way to store data redundantly and improve performance by combining multiple hard drives into a single logical unit. The specific RAID configuration used depends on the desired level of redundancy and performance and can be implemented using either software or hardware. Question number 42. SQL Server difference between identity, scope identity, and ident current. In SQL Server, identity, scope identity, and ident current are all used to retrieve the last identity value generated in a table, but they have different scopes and return value. At the rate identity returns the last identity value generated on a SQL connection (SPID) and includes the identity values generated in child scopes, such as stored procedure calls or triggers that are fired in response to an action at the current scope. Scope identity returns the last identity value generated in current scope, which can be stored procedure, trigger, function, or batch. It is only affected by a statement at the same level. Ident current is not limited by scope and session. It returns the last identity value generated for a specific table in any session and any scope. To summarize, at the rate identity returns the last identity value generated in any table in the current session. Scope identity returns the last identity value generated in the current scope, and ident current returns the last identity value generated for a specific table in any session and scope. Question number 43. Difference between char, varchar, and varchar in SQL Server. In a SQL Server, the data types char, varchar, and varchar are used to store strings or text data. Char and varchar store single byte characters, while nchar and nvarchar store Unicode characters. The main difference between char and varchar is that char is a fixed length data type, while varchar is a variable length type. Char data types are added with spaces to fill the entire field size, while varchar data types can store a variable number of characters up to defined length. Additional nchar, varchar, and varchar require double the storage space for their respective non-Unicode counterparts. If data to be stored in a column can be reliably dedicated to have the same length, such as 2-letter country code, then char can be an appropriate choice, as it requires less storage and is faster than varchar. On the other hand, when the length of data is unknown, such as in a comment field, when varchar is more appropriate since it can store variable length data. Nchar and varchar should be used when Unicode or multilingual characters are expected in the data, when it is important to maintain data consistency across different languages. It is worth noting that using nvarchar data types may result in slower performance compared to varchar data types, as they take up more storage space and require more processing power to handle. Therefore, it is important to choose the appropriate data type based on the specific requirement of the data being stored. Question number 44. What is the difference between delete table and truncate table commands? The main difference between delete table and truncate table command in SQL Server are as follows. The delete command is used to delete specific rows or records from a table, while the truncate command is used to delete all the rows from a table. Delete is a DML, that is data manipulation language command, while truncate is DDL, data definition language command. Truncate table is faster than delete table because it removes all the rows in a single operation, whereas delete table removes rows one at a time. Truncate table also resets the identity of table to its sheet value and deallocate pages, but it cannot be rolled back as it does not keep a log of deleted data. Delete table can be rolled back and its data can be recovered, but it is slower than truncate table. Finally, truncate table is a DDL statement and does not require a commit to make the changes permanent, and hence the rows deleted by truncate table cannot be rolled back. On the other hand, delete table is a DML statement and its changes can be rolled back with a transaction. Question number 45. If locking is not implemented, what issue can occur? When locking is not implemented in a database management system, several issues can occur, including non-repeatable reads, dirty reads, deadlocks. Non-repeatable reads occur when a transaction reads the same row multiple times and gets different values each time, which can lead to unexpected result. Dirty reads occur when one transaction reads uncommitted changes made by another transaction, which can lead to incorrect result. Deadlocks occur when two or more transactions wait for each other to release resources they need, causing a state where none of the transaction can proceed. In addition to these issues, weak or compromised passwords can allow malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to a system. Therefore, implementing a strong password policies is also crucial for maintaining the security of system.